my best friend died. Then I lost my job. Then COVID. Cursed.
Dear Rangers of the Petrified Forest National Park, my girlfriend Emily and I spent a few hours driving through the park. The petrified wood was gorgeous, and I was selfish and took a piece for myself for memories. I didn't think about the consequences of my actions until we left the park, did further research and learned about people writing letters like this and returning the petrified wood that had been taken. I also learned that bad things had happened to people that had taken petrified wood. We experienced this firsthand today. We woke up after spending the night in Amarillo and realized that our roof bag had been cut off and stolen. The roof bag had all of our personal belongings in it, all valued at over $5,000. Then, my grandmother told me shortly after that, our family dog had died. This all happened not even 24 hours after leaving the park. Please accept this piece of petrified wood that I took from the park. Joshua.
To whom receives this letter? I wasn't the one who took this piece of petrified wood, but please place it back where it belongs. I'm not one to believe in curses or bad luck. However, I now cannot deny the history of unfortunate events that have plagued certain members of my family. This was my Nana's rock, which I believe she removed from the forest in 1963. She is now deceased. Although she beat breast cancer, leukemia took her in 2015. I've had this rock since 2012. I've had 3 incidents of reported domestic violence, miscarriages, theft, vandalism, and I've been homeless several times. Went through divorce, almost losing my only son, been dismissed, abandoned, and shunned from my family, and my son's father took his own life. Please take this rock back. Place it in a spot with light and around others that look similar. I'm hoping when it gets back to where it should be, my life can start changing for the better. Sincerely, Tammy.
I took 2 rock shards home with me when I was not supposed to while we were on vacation with my family. My mom already scolded me about it. After taking the rocks to our vacation house, 14 out of 17 family members got sick. Symptoms were vomiting, diarrhea, stomachache, headache, and stuffy and runny noses. My cousin stopped counting vomit after 14 retches. I realized that if every visitor took 2 rocks, there would be nothing to see. I won't do it again.
Dear Petrified Forest, please find enclosed a piece of stone from your forest. My mother, the thief, stole this from your forest 55 years ago. She has had nothing but bad luck since then. Health, finances, divorce, the list goes on. I have finally, at her ripe old age of 88, convinced her to send it back. My hope for her is that she loses 30 pounds and wins the lottery. So sorry for your loss.
On the occasion of my mother's 88th birthday, please find enclosed a bunch of pieces of the petrified forest she pilfered about 40 years ago. It has been a great shame to our entire family, but we believe she is now too old to do prison time. She's never even seen Orange is the New Black, and has no idea how to make a shiv or keister smokes. Please accept the return of this purloined property, which rightfully belongs to the entire American public. Please call off your government goons. My mom never was that clear-headed. And now at 88, well, you can just imagine. Thank you for allowing me to unburden my family of this horrible shame.
My name is Bill Parker. I'm the chief scientist here. I oversee all of resource management, biology, paleontology, archaeology, all that. The curse of the petrified wood is an interesting thing. There's no curse. It's people having guilty conscience about what they did. They want to find a cause and often are feeling the guilt from knowing they did something bad before. You basically broke a law. When you're stealing from a national park, you're stealing from everybody. We just try to let people know to enjoy parks without picking up illegal souvenirs. We kind of have to live with a little bit of theft. Like, we can't search every vehicle leaving. We can't stop everybody. We can't be everywhere. We only protect a small amount of the overall petrified wood deposit, and outside the park it's mined legally. The reason that we can't put the wood back once it's returned is we don't know where it came from. This is a scientific park. If we throw stuff back where we don't know where it came from, we're altering that scientific context. So we can't do that. We also get a lot of things returned to us that weren't from the park originally. So it seems like any piece of petrified wood that somebody has in their possession, they seem to send back to us. There's two ways that we get wood back. One is we have people, before they get to the exits, will throw it out the window of the car. So we go and we collect that every month. And then we also get stuff that's returned in the mail. And I guess the third way is when we actually apprehend people. And that happens. We apprehend people with big pieces. Small pieces, they get fined. And then we take the piece back. And that goes into a special holding area that we have.
When I visited your national park last week, I took a rock, even after reading the warnings, which made me laugh. I am not returning it because it did not give me any sort of bad luck. I did not come close to death, and my vacation was not ruined, so I am not sending it back.
Dear Park Ranger, as I was moving from the Midwest to the West Coast, in the midst of what would be a breakup that was drawn out over 2 years, my boyfriend and I stopped at the Painted Desert. He wanted to pick up a piece of petrified wood, and I asked him not to. Signs around the park asked guests not to take petrified wood. Once we got to California, and my boyfriend left to go back to the Midwest, I found a tiny note from him with a piece of petrified wood wrapped up in it. The fact that he picked up that piece and took it from the park to give it to me as a gift is a metaphor for our relationship. He never saw me and appreciated me for everything that I am and everything I brought to the relationship. I spent too long with him trying to conform to his expectations, and I've spent longer than I'd like to admit recovering from the decade that I spent with him. I've put a great deal of work into myself and finding my identity. The petrified wood is a symbol of that relationship and my willingness to try to conform to others' expectations. I want to return this piece of petrified wood as a symbolic gesture to remind myself to do what is right and stay true to myself. Please return this piece of petrified wood to the rest of the petrified forest where it belongs. Thank you. Heather.
To the staff of the Petrified Forest National Park. I know it was prohibited to remove bits of petrified wood from the park, and I did it anyway. I remember driving out of the park after I took the wood, and a rock flew up behind a big truck in front of me and cracked a star in the windshield. I should have returned the wood right then and there. Over the past few years, I've had some good luck and some bad. But most recently, my husband and I have been trying to conceive. My hope is that by returning this piece of wood, perhaps we'll be able to have a family together, and I won't need to endure in vitro fertilization. Please accept this beautiful piece of petrified wood I should never have taken. My deepest apologies, Alex and Colin.
My husband and I visited Petrified National Forest in early April 2016. While near the Blue Mesa area, my husband was studying some of the petrified logs there. The area he was looking at had a narrow chunk of petrified wood. He wasn't meaning to pull any off, but a small piece came off in his hand. I know he didn't do it intentionally, but we still left with that piece of wood that day. Since that vacation, my husband has been dark and moody and withdrawn. Was it the wood? I don't know, but as I laid in bed praying the other day, thinking back to April and how things have been since that trip, the thought crossed my mind about that piece of wood that now sits on our mantle. I Googled it, and sure enough, I found stories of a curse or the bad luck that has followed people after stealing something that belongs to the land. It grieves my heart to know that we took this piece with us that day.
Dear Forest, I am sorry for taking this part of you. I was around 21 when I stole you. I'm 36 now. I've kept you close to me all these years. We've been to the sea and back. For all the bad luck you brought me, I must say thank you. For it's the hardest things I've endured that have shown me the right paths, and I've broken my shell to reveal my truest self. I'd like to release your hold now and explore life, bad luck free. So much love for you.